Consoles have no reason to exist now. Let me explain. For years, I agreed with you. Consoles have been either the only option or the best value for enjoying your latest games. But in a modern society, consoles just have no good reason to exist anymore. So you may think that computers are more expensive, but...
Hey, what the hell was that for?
Only I can use the paper.
Bruh, just hear me out.
Fine.
You may think that computers are more expensive, but remember, you can't use a console for your school or office work. A PC does everything that you want it to do. In fact, all video games are made on computers. People make video games for the consoles and game engines like Unity on a computer. Anyway, you may think that it costs $1,000 and that's really expensive, but you don't need to use it exclusively for gaming. That's like buying a car and only using it for the cup holders. Plus, if a console is just a box and a controller, what's the big issue with just buying a Bluetooth controller and connecting it to your PC? A lot of people have computers already. Make use of that if you can. No need to pay hundreds to thousands of dollars for a new computer just because you want to play games. Or just buy a cheap old used PC, shout out Dell Optiplex, to play games that work fine with old specs. And PCs, especially in the handheld form, look at the Steam Deck for example, are getting cheaper to the point where they're almost the same price as a big console. I agree, the Switch is considerably cheaper than the base model of a Steam Deck. But can it run Cyberpunk? Exactly! PCs used to only be similar to traditional consoles, boxes connected to the wall, only taking on Xbox and PlayStation. But now, PCs can take the form of a handheld, Nintendo Switch-like device. Let's see how long Nintendo lasts. PCs are quite versatile now, and Gabe Newell is showing us the way. Nintendo sells gimmicks anyways. What's stopping handheld PC manufacturers from allowing us to detach the controllers? No one! The Legion Go did it! Boom! Done! Replace the Switch. It may be a bit heavier, but sure, you need games to use those features like an accelerometer, but developers always find a way to make it work. There will be games to use these features if the device is popular, which it is always certain to be. Anything that consoles can do, PCs can do just as well. There's nothing stopping them from doing so. It's just Bluetooth after all. Everyone has it. So, you might bring up the topic of exclusive games. That's not much of a problem on PC because most Xbox games are already on here. And there's not a lot of PlayStation games remaining. A lot of titles that people give a shit about are coming to PC anyways, with better graphics and even the ability to mod the game, like Spider-Man. So it's even better than its console counterpart. And as for Nintendo, if you're so caught up with being ethical and legal and so on, just get yourself a Switch Lite for $150 and a couple of games, or get an unpatched OG Switch, or just... It's Nintendo, they deserve it! Nintendo consoles are always disgustingly underpowered to the point where in only 5 years it can barely play any new games. Why even bother with their bullshit? Why even bother putting up with them? Xbox seems to be shifting their focus on PC games anyways. Why bother with an Xbox console? Everything, all the features of an Xbox and more are already on Windows. The Xbox is and has always been Windows with the skin on top of it. It's always been a limited PC since the very first console, specializing in playing games and only games. Now, if you get the Xbox dashboard on Windows, it's over, it's done. In fact, Steam Big Picture is already there and you can just connect your computer to the TV through an HDMI cable. Like I said before, and done! You have a console that you so desperately wanted. If you can't connect it, then just stream it from another room. It'll work well enough if that's your only option. Why would Xbox sell consoles? At a loss, mind you, when they can just sell the games and earn more profit. Win-win. Also, with consoles, you are quite literally a slave to the corporation. They decide what you can or can't do, and you have to stick with it. Oops, I guess Xbox decided you need a Kinect and you can't play your games without internet access. That's so sad. They only ended up fixing the blunder after public backlash. Oops, Nintendo's gonna take away this game after a few months and you can't do anything about it because people still buy their products. Nintendo has not added themes to the Switch after 7 years and they have a controller defect on the Switch that you just have to deal with. In addition, console people really wait 7 years just to be disappointed. Like seriously, after years with the PS4, you get the PS5 and most titles are on PS4 anyways. PS5 exclusives are practically non-existent and come to PCs anyways. Finally, remember you and I are in India and here the PC has already won. Just look at the TV commercials. Gaming laptops everywhere. Go into a store like Chroma and you only see ads for a PlayStation 5 and nothing else. No Xbox, no Nintendo. Xbox exists in the form of a Game Pass on a PC, and now everyone buys more and more gaming PCs and less consoles. Wanna buy a Nintendo console? Go abroad or buy it at a huge cost. Xbox is also going to do cloud gaming here so that people with phones can play. Phones! Why would anybody buy dedicated gaming hardware? Also, doing is way easier here. Just saying. Not encouraging it, but that's just the way it is.